What is happening, guys? Mike here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're continuing on with our look at the King Brown pomade line with a full look at their matte pomade. Alright, so looking closer at this pomade and jumping right into the review of it, we are looking again at this one from King Brown. The brand itself actually describes this pomade as an oil-based clay pomade that provides a natural look with texture and a pliable dry hold. Officially, they list it as a light to medium dry hold with a matte finish and an earthy scent. Size-wise, we are looking at 2.6 ounces for $20 US. Looking inside the tin here, we can see we do have a typical looking oil-based clay. It's got that nice and thick presentation to it, but it's not hard getting it out and breaking it down. It actually has a nice and thick feeling to it as it breaks down too, in place of stickiness or tack or something like that. And it's that attribute specifically that gives me a bit of an idea as to how it will perform, at least in theory. Checking out that theory now, moving into the demo, I am using this on dry hair as usual, and as I work in the first scoop, this gives me a bit of a Kevin Murphy vibe to it. It reminds me a little bit of the Gritty Business, rest in peace. I loved that one, and they don't make it anymore, which really sucks. But this one here kind of reminds me of it. It's not gritty though. It's definitely not gritty. It's kind of got the same feel minus that gritty there with the smooth petro in the formula. I noticed too, as I apply it to my hair, it does kind of make my hair look a little damp. I just want to make that clear because it kind of looks that way, at least to me it does. It might not come through fully on camera, but my hair is fully dry. I think it might have something to do with the lighting too. But I am using 3 scoops here, not very big scoops, but still 3 in total. And as the hold and I can tell you the hold absolutely increases obviously with each one. And overall, the styling aspect is pretty easy. I'm trying for something I've actually always wanted to try, a pompadour contour type thing with this long hair that I've got now, and I have done it before. I just mean this type of thing was one of the reasons I wanted to grow my hair out to begin with, so I could, do something like this. And so far, this pomade is working very well for this type of look. There's volume, lots of hold, easy combing and styling, and really what I think is a killer end result. Moving into the endurance now, this is 4 hours into the day. We can see some of the volume has deflated just a tad bit, not a terrible amount, but the hold is actually still holding solid. I think it's feeling pretty good, actually. The finish has dulled out a tiny bit, just, a tiny bit, not really into that level of matte finish. It's got like that dull shine going on there, and that actually continues into the 8th hour here. I think it kind of looks the same to me as far as the finish goes. It's not really into that level of matte once again, but it's got kind of a dull gleam to it. But as far as the style goes, mostly we just have a bit more deflation there. The hold is actually still feeling very solid to me, though. I think it just got a little heavy and it started to come down a little bit. But overall, if I run my fingers through it or a comb through it, I feel like the hold is just as solid now as it was when we first applied it. So I think if I restyled it here, I could get all that volume back if I wanted to. I mean, the hold factor is just fantastic with this formula, clearly. Moving into the scent now, this one, I gotta say, it's not my favorite. It doesn't trip my allergies or anything like that. It's just simply not my favorite scent. It's not bad by any means, but just compared to the others that I've seen from this brand, I don't really think this one hit the mark. It's just not my favorite. Moving over to the Washout though, I did want to spend a minute on this. This is an oil-based clay, so again, that means petro. There's petro in it, and with that comes a different washout experience than one that we're used to with products and things like that. I get asked this all the time about the washout. Speaking about this one specifically, I don't actually think this one was terrible compared to others that I've used. I was able to start with some conditioner first, let that sit in there for a few minutes, and then rinse it out, and then shampoo. And when I did that, all of it actually came out in just one go using that method. And as far as oil-based pomade go, that's pretty easy. That's actually very easy, so I'm pretty happy with that. Overall now, I gotta say this one was a fun pomade to test. I really like the consistency of the product and the styling ability specifically. I think it's very responsive in the hair, and it's got a lot of hold. They list this as a light to medium. I would actually call it a medium for sure, and maybe even just a bit past that. And that's in my heavy hair, so you guys can imagine in your shorter hair, thinner hair types, finer hair types, whatever, it's gonna be actually a little bit higher for you than it was was for me, so I actually think they have some excellent hold to offer here. And it was because of all that hold that I really enjoyed the end result of the style too. I thought it looked great, and overall I've got no complaints in that department. The only thing that I would point out as far as criticism goes is I didn't really see much of the clays that were present in the formula. I didn't see texture. I didn't see the matte finish. It was kind of like the clays didn't do much. So with it being clay pomade, I would have liked to see more of those clays. I am though interested in hearing what you guys had to think about this one. I am though interested in hearing your opinion on this one. What did you guys think of what I presented here? What do you think of clay pomades in general, or this one compared to other clay pomades you've seen? Let me know in the comment section what you think. I'm always interested in hearing your thoughts, and for me, I do think this one was a good addition to the King Brown lineup overall, and if you'd like to check out that lineup for yourself, a link will be in the description for you. That though is it for this one. You know what to do from here. Hit that thumbs up for me, subscribe if you haven't already. That's a very easy and free way to support the channel, so hit that subscribe button. That's a huge help to me. Make sure you do that. Thank you very much in advance. Take it easy. I'll see you next time.